One day, Peter Sam was at the junction with Duck. The Duke was coming to see the little engines on their little old line. "I've never seen the Duke before," he exclaimed. "He must seem an exciting sort of visitor." Duck, however, thought otherwise. "Beg pardon, Peter Sam, if I might," he said, "but the Duke was scrapped years ago." Peter Sam tried to oblige, but Duck was having none of it. At last, Peter Sam was at loss for words. "So, Sir Topham Hatt said the Duke at the lake station for a cemetery there, and now he's scrapped? Oh, dearie me. What will Skarloey and Renee say?" "I'm sorry," said Duck, "but that's the truth." Peter Sam said nothing as he began to puff away. All the other engines were talking excitedly about the Duke until Peter Sam puffed in sadly. "What's got you so down?" asked Skarloey. "The Duke has been scrapped," cried Peter Sam. "I'm right here," sniffed Duke indignantly. "No," chuckled Rusty, "not you. The other Duke." "Who on earth would tell you the Duke was scrapped?" he asked Peter Sam, who explained what Duck had said. Skarloey laughed. Now, he said. "I'm sure Duck meant no harm. He only likes to joke around." "Aye," agreed Duncan, "but if there be a Duke—" The other engines said no more and drifted off to sleep. The next day, the engines awoke to find Sir Topham Hatt with a group of cleaners and an all-metal band. The engines were so into the music that suddenly they forgot to feel cross or gloomy. They all joined in and began singing for themselves, but Peter Sam was the loudest of all. Their drivers danced to the rhythm while their firemen used the shovel, pretending to use a guitar. All the engines laughed and whistled. All except Sir Handel, who just grimaced. The engines continued to whistle until Sir Topham Hatt raised his hand. The engines gave their attention, and the band settled their music. "Settle down," he said. "Now, Rusty, Sir Handel, and Duncan, go fetch your coaches immediately." "On my way," tooted Rusty. "With pleasure," wheezed Duncan. Even Sir Handel obliged. "Rheneas, Peter Sam, Duke," said Sir Topham Hatt, "you know what to do." "Yes, sir," they chanted, and they puffed importantly away. "That would certainly suit his grace," chuckled Duke. Soon at the junction, they met up with Henry. Lots of people had overflowed the station. More coaches had to be added within Rheneas' train. Rheneas was also traveling behind Peter Sam's camera train. Two men stood on a flatbed with a huge TV camera mounted on top of the flatbed. So much to see, whistled Peter Sam as he puffed happily away. Soon the television train was puffing smoothly along the line with Rheneas puffing not too far down the line. They suddenly had to stop at a special siding. "Listen," said Peter Sam. "There's Skarloey. He's the pride of the line. You'll want to get a picture of him." "Good," sighed Rheneas. "This ought to cheer him up after that Duke." They soon met up with Skarloey and the others at the lake station. There, standing next to Skarloey, was a very distinguished-looking man. "Ladies, gentlemen, and engines," he announced, "I am honored to declare this lovely loop line open." Before anyone could celebrate, Peter Sam spoke up. "Excuse me, sir," he asked, "but are you real?" The other engines gasped. Instead of glaring, the old man smiled. Oh. Have no fear, Peter Sam. I've heard all about Duck. He apparently believes that Dukes are great Western engines. They are in fact real people. "I'd like to give Duck a real Duke," muttered Peter Sam darkly. The man then turned to Sir Topham Hatt. "You have such a remarkable railway with a lot of engines who have a good life here and are proud to work on it. 3 cheers for Skarloey and his friends." Everyone clapped and cheered for Skarloey and the other engines. "Go on, Rheneas," whispered his driver. Rheneas was nervous, but when Skarloey looked at him assuringly, he found his confidence. "Thank you, Your Grace, and everyone around us," he said. "But it turns out me and Skarloey aren't the only engines with the very special celebration." Everyone was surprised. "There are 2 other engines," added Skarloey, "built in the same date as us, and they have their own beautiful line that they're proud to work on. Please visit them soon. From Rheneas and Skarloey."